Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wekiva High School welcomes you to Baptiste Orthodontic Stadium for the first time of season 13 for Varsity Girls Soccer Competition. Please welcome our guests from Ocoee High School. They are the Knights. And they'll be taking on your Wekiva High School Mustangs. Before we begin our game this evening, let's meet the teams. We'll begin with our guests from Ocoee. And we'll start with sophomore number 1, Gabriella Lindsay. Junior number 3, Sarah Kowalski. Sophomore number 5, Lana Vela. Sophomore number 6, Laurel Johnston. Junior number 2, Amaris Hernandez. Senior number 8, Olivia Bell. Junior number 10, Sofia Velez. Junior number 11, Maria de Oliveira. Freshman number 12, Livia Guimares. Junior number 9, Tatiele Santiago. Sophomore number 7, Esme Torres. Junior number 18, Leslie Aguilar. Freshman number 21, Ashley Ramos. Senior number 4, Luani Santiago. And finally for the night, senior number 23, Yohan Ruiz. The Knights are managed by Yanina James and Elizabeth Valdez and Ariel Hernandez. The Knights are coached by head coach Kayla Gans with assistant coaches Frankie Kraft, Aprilis Diaz, and Charlie Slee. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Wekiva High School Mustangs. We'll start with their reserves. Number 11, Kimaria Medina. Number 4, Alan Martinez Rivas. Number 14, Kima Pinti. Number 6, Adriana Henry. Number 2, Paula Masias. Number 00, Dils Diaz. Number 8, Antonia Ranger. And number 1, Itzy Carrillo. And now the starting lineup for the Mustangs. The starting goalkeeper for Wekiva is senior team captain Alexis Harrison. Starting on defense for the Mustangs, junior number 3, Cameron Lynch. Junior number 12, Camille Lynch. Senior team captain number 22, Jacqueline Mamas Martinez. And senior number 9, Michaela Bertrand. Starting at midfield for the Mustangs, freshman number 23, Flora Nelly Martinez. Freshman number 24, Jessica Alejandre. Junior, team captain number 10, Areli Patricio. And at forward and midfield, number 13, a senior, Yaneli Munoz. At wing for the Mustangs, freshman number 7, Bianca Castillo. And senior number 5, Angeles Cruz. The head coach of the Mustangs, Ryan Nash, and assistant coaches, Corey McGuire and Will King. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we are underway here at Baptiste Orthodontic Stadium. Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs, here with you to take you through tonight's game, the first of season 13 for Wekiva. And it's in just outside the goal. Good looking shot for the Mustangs to open up the game, but will not yield any points yet. Mustangs look to the same corner once again. Same shot, same save. So back-to-back saves for the Knights. That's Gabriella Lindsay on the goal. Another good look to the corner. Nice shot from Bianca Castillo. But again, the Knights are able to make the save. Mustangs have had a couple of good looks. Haven't been able to cash in any yet. Good footwork there by number 12. That's Camille Lynch. You get an offsides call here against the Mustangs. Knights will take over. Patricio with a couple of good shots on goal. Bianca Castillo followed up with one shortly thereafter. Knights get a break from an offsides call. We'll see if they're able to do anything with it. Mustangs get tripped up on the way out, and they will be awarded possession, though. Mustangs able to keep control in the box, and the Knights kick it away once again. So far, the Mustangs not able to cash in, but they certainly have been controlling the pace of this game, keeping the ball on the Knights' side of the field and keeping pressure on the Ocoee defense. Mustangs get a corner kick here. Another good scoring opportunity. And they are not able to take advantage. The Knights, in a fit of desperation, will kick it away, but it goes out of bounds. The Mustangs will get a throw in here. Kind of a wild shot there from Patricio. And an easy stop for the Knights. Throw-in will give the Knights an opportunity to get some players downfield. Mustangs caught in a corner, and they'll do exactly what they're supposed to do here, which is to kick it off the Ocoee player. Keep control and get a throw-in. Nine minutes gone. Cruz dribbles it down the field. Pass to Patricio. And the Knights will pop it up in the air. Patricio able to get on top of it. Setting up for one of those infamous corner positions. Knights are able to clear it back to midfield. Cam Lynch chases it down for the Mustangs. And rolls out of bounds. Patricio gets tangled up with the Knights. And she's going to get a tripping call called against her. Knights will get a free kick. And the Mustangs got a little lucky there. I don't think they were ready for the ball to come in from that distance, but it was a little off the mark.
Alan Martinez-Rivas into the game for the Mustangs.
Mustangs will get the throw in here. "13 minutes gone. Throw into Martinez. And an offsides call will give the ball back to the Knights. Both teams lose sight of the ball for a moment. It gets away from them, but it rolls out in favor of the Mustangs. Olivia Guimares gets in the way of that throw-in, but sends it right back out of bounds. Knights still doing a good job of trying to keep the Mustangs from getting any momentum going on the sideline here. Patricio keeps it in bounds, but she doesn't have anybody around to help her. Martinez Rivas took a shot to the face there, shook it off quickly though. Martinez makes a nice handoff there to Castillo. Double teamed by the Knights, they're not able to keep it under control. It stays with the Mustangs though, as the Knights have to kick it away.
Angeles Cruz returns to the game for Wekiva.
Well, the change-up of off-speed timing by Alejandre. And a good-looking shot by the Mustangs, but it's high and over the net. Angeles Cruz with a good-looking shot for the Mustangs. It does not yield anything, though, as it goes high and over the net. Still, though, it keeps the pressure up on the Knights, as the Mustangs have had 3 or 4 of those good looks tonight, and the Knights have only taken a couple of wild shots at the Mustangs' net. Patricio gets away. Mustangs managed to keep their players in position and avoid an offsides call. Throw into Alejandre. Her pass gets broken up by the Knights' Laurel Johnston. Open field in front of the Mustangs here, and broken up. An opportunity for Bianca Castillo there, but she got tripped up by the Knights. Another solid shot coming in from the flank by Cruz. And once again, the Knights escape by the skin of their teeth. Mustangs will get a corner kick, though. Opportunity to keep the momentum going. And the Knights will settle for kicking it over the net. Very nearly through the first half of the first half. As we cross the 20-minute mark, we'll be expecting an official timeout any second now. Mustangs are going to get a free corner kick here, though. You don't want to disrupt that momentum. And the Knights are able to bounce that one away. Wekiva had everybody in position for the kick, so they've got just 3 men to beat. And the Mustangs get ahead of it. Cruz not able to chase the ball out of bounds, and we will pause here.
As we have reached the midpoint of the first half, the Mustangs putting on some good pressure. Some good shots on goal by Cruz, by Patricio, and by Castillo. But no yield as of yet. We remain 0-0 as we are halfway through the opening period of season 13 here at Baptiste Orthodontic Stadium.
For those of you enjoying the webcast, we're going to mute the audio for just a moment so we don't run afoul of any copyright guidelines with YouTube. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Baptiste Orthodontic Stadium. We are scoreless halfway through the first half. Mustangs putting some good pressure on the Knights in the opening 20 minutes. Not able to see any results from that on the scoreboard yet. Angeles Cruz, Bianca Castillo, both getting some good shots on goal in the first 20 minutes. Aurelia Patricio got a couple of good shots in from the wing as well. But at least for the moment, we've got goose eggs. Knights get tripped up midfield. The steal made by Camille Lynch. Patricio tries to get in there. Gets double teamed, gets the ball taken away. Cam Lynch brings it back under control for the Mustangs. Has an open man with Bianca Castillo. Nobody in front of her, and they're going to call it offsides. Sometimes when it looks too good to be true, it's because it is. And Martinez will run interference for Diaz. And the Mustangs a chance to put the ball back under control. And Castillo is again called offsides. Another good punt, clearing most of the field for the Knights in one shot, and they'll chase it out of bounds, give it right back to the Mustangs. Knights waste no time going directly for the throat. Diaz is able to get in front of it, though, and the Mustangs clear it to the other side of the field, and the Knights will kick it out of bounds. Once again, the Knights unable to keep the ball handled in bounds. Wekiva clearly dominating the ball control game. Still waiting to see if they can get any yield out of that. And Diaz will come up and get that one rather than take any chances. She'll send it all the way to midfield where her teammate is waiting for her. That's Janelle Munoz. Munoz gets tangled up there with Lindsay of the Knights, and the officials will give it to her. Riley Patricio will take the free kick and send it all the way into the box, where the Knights are perfectly happy to let it roll out of bounds. And a good-looking shot there. I think that was Patricio that took that one. And it's bounced away by Lindsay. Mustangs will earn a corner kick for it, though. Maybe get another chance to put some pressure on the Knights' defense. Here comes Martinez. Knights try to get it out of there. And a good shot there by Yaneli Munoz, but it goes right into the arms of Lindsay, who gets another save. Patricio sends it to Cruz, trying to get around the corner. It's kicked out of bounds. Going to stay with the Mustangs, though. Into Patricio, a couple of headbutts. And Lindsay is able to get there before Castillo can finish the job. Martinez can't keep it in bounds. 23 minutes gone. 28 minutes gone, I mean to say. 12 minutes to go. Diaz will come all the way out to the top of the box. She'll send it over to Lynch to put the ball back in play for the Mustangs. And so far the Mustangs clearly dominating ball control. The Knights have taken a handful of wild shots into Mustang territory, but none of it has been done with a significant degree of control. Diaz tries to fling it all the way to Castillo, not able to get there in time. The violation will give the Mustangs a chance to set their players in position. A good break for Wekiva. Martinez puts the ball in play. Has a good look. No offsides call. And it's in. The Mustangs pick up their first goal.
Number 10, Areli Patricio puts the Mustangs on the board. And it's a 1-0 game. Nearly 30 minutes into the first half. 10:07 to go and Mustangs on the board.
Free kick coming to the Mustangs. Martinez puts the ball in play and not able to keep it in bounds. Crown of the field may be playing a factor in that. De Oliveira not able to chase the ball down before it goes out. Mustangs will get a break here. Boy, Cam Lynch nearly put the ball into perfect position for the Knights. I think she was trying to get it to Diaz. Didn't quite put enough mustard on it, though. And Diaz had to dive for it. Meanwhile, though, that created the opportunity and all the right ingredients for an injury, as Olivia Guimares goes down. All right, looks like she's okay. We avoid any stoppage time, and the Mustangs get the ball. So Wekiva narrowly escapes disaster there. Once again, Martinez with a deep kick. Mustangs managed to stay on the right side of offsides. Good opportunity for Patricio, and it's stopped by the goalkeeper, Lindsay. Mustangs have had our hearts racing a few times tonight. And the Mustangs do get called for offsides this time. They'll give the ball back to the Knights. And another scare for the Mustangs as Guimaraes nearly took off. She's limping a little bit. She's taken a couple of hard hits in the last few minutes. And the headbutt goes the wrong way. Mustangs get another scare, but the Knights not able to chase it out of bounds. "35 minutes gone, 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Mustangs hanging on. They've blinked a couple of times, and the Knights have nearly been able to take advantage, but still, Wekiva mostly in control of the ball tonight. Good look here. The Mustangs can get there in time, but Lindsay barely beats the Mustangs to the box. Yaneli Munoz had a really good look there. She might get another one in a minute. Cam Lynch trying to do something fancy there, and the ball sneaks out of bounds on her. Knights will get a throw in. Good footwork there by Nelly Martinez, showing how those pregame stretches are paying off. The Mustangs trying to avoid an offsides call, but they don't. Patricio gets called. You can tell she's a little frustrated by that, but that's the game. Martinez gets in front of that one, gets it to Patricio, who's able to dribble it to the front field, and unfortunately for the Mustangs, Crew's not able to chase it down before it heads out of bounds. 37 minutes gone, 3 minutes to go in the first half. Patricio continues to frustrate the Knights as they try to throw it in. Cruz comes up with a steal. Able to keep it for the throw-in. Mustangs just barely managed to keep it in bounds. Nice footwork there by Cam Lynch. Martinez doing what she does best. Guimaras gets called on the violation. And Martinez punts it deep. Opportunity for Patricio if she can get her foot in the right spot. And she's tripped up. Martinez is going to try to get it back down there to give the Mustangs another chance. Bounces off of the Knights, and the officials are signaling it's going to come out of the box. Patricio uses her head, gets it to Alejandre. Alejandre tries to get it into the box, but not able to get a good shot off there. Lindsay recovers it. And that's going to take us to the end of the first half.
40 minutes gone, 40 minutes to go. We are at halftime, and the Mustangs lead 1-0 off of the goal by Aurelia Patricio. About 30 minutes into that 40, and we'll pause here for intermission.
For those of you enjoying our webcast, we're going to mute the audio so that YouTube doesn't come after us for any copyright violations, but fear not, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Okay, 6 and 7:30, that's fine. Actually, that may be a little better because that means I won't have to leave work quite so early. Yeah, and I'll post it online. I'll send an email blast to anybody who's subscribed. Yeah, I'll put it out on Twitter and Facebook, and I'll put it out on the website too. Both days? Okay. Okay, so everything's changing everything's staying the same other than the fact that all the games are starting half an hour later than they were. Okay, that's easy. You got it. Making it close enough you can actually see the player numbers, but wide enough that you don't make people seasick. All right, welcome back to Baptiste Orthodontic Stadium. Getting ready to start the second half. Ocoee takes possession first. Mustangs leading 1-0. Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs, here with you for the season opener at Baptiste Orthodontic Stadium. And the Mustangs off to a good start. They've been controlling the ball well throughout the first half. And they do the same here as they take it right off of Ocoee's hands, even though Ocoee had the opening possession. The lone goal so far belongs to Aureli Patricio. That came about 30 minutes into the first half. And directly into the arms of Lindsay, the goalkeeper, goes that shot, and so the Mustangs will have to go on defense. Or perhaps not, as they take over at midfield. Patricio getting in front of that one, and she's got to go ahead. The referee signals clear. Cruz has an open shot, and again, a save by Lindsay. Lindsay doing a good job tonight for the Knights. Surely the Mustangs score would be at least 3, perhaps 4 by now, if it were not for her efforts. And Cruz wins a battle of wits in the corner. Able to trick her way into getting the Knights to kick it out of bounds. Good look here, and it's in! Mustangs pick up a goal, and that is number 24.
That's Jessica Alejandre picks up the Mustangs' second goal of the night. And Wekiva moves up to a 2-0 lead with 38 minutes, 13 seconds left in the ballgame. So if you spent too long getting popcorn during halftime,
You missed a good goal. That's okay, though. YouTube has the DVR, so you can go back and see that again. Nice work by Jessica Alejandre, putting the Mustangs up to a 2-0 lead. Cruz involved in that play as well, getting the ball to her. And Patricio continuing to frustrate the Knights at midfield. Mustangs are not going to give up possession easily here. We have not seen the ball spend any appreciable amount of time on Ocoee's half of on Wekiva's half of the field here in the opening 3.5 minutes of the second half. Mustangs will get a throw in right at the top of the box. And kind of a wild shot there, but probably one worth taking anyway. That was Patricio that took that one. Goes high and over the net. The Knights send it right back to the Mustangs, though. Alejandre takes off with it. Martinez puts in some work, and there it is.
Aureli Patricio, goal number 2 tonight. And that takes the Mustangs up to a 3-0 lead. 35 minutes, 47 seconds remaining. And the Mustangs pick up 2 goals in about 2.5 minutes.
Knights get as far into Mustang territory as they've gotten all half. Diaz is able to dive on that one at the corner of the box. Pass from Martinez to Alejandre. And the Mustangs are going to get called for offsides. Mustangs clear. Opportunity double teamed, and unfortunately for the Mustangs, Yaneli Munoz not able to get past the 2 defenders. We'll wait for a sub.
Alan Martinez-Rivas returns to the game for the Mustangs.
Patricio with a good-looking use of her head. but it's just a bit off the mark wide left. And it'll go to Lindsay.
Lonavela into the game for Ocoee.
Patricio having a hard time getting the ball under control, so she'll just put it up in the air to buy some time, and it pays off. Past Alejandre. And the Mustangs are called offsides. Alejandre pauses, waits for the right time, and Cruz gets called for offsides. Alejandre gets in the way of the kick, and Mustangs back in control right away. And the officials rule that that went off of Cruz. Off of Cruz again. Still off the Mustangs, this time Martinez. And the Mustangs are again called offsides. Well, one thing you can say about getting a lot of offsides calls against you, it means that you're doing a good job of keeping the ball on the right end of the field and keeping control over the ball. Mustangs have just got to work out the timing. A little bit more spatial awareness. A bit of a tense moment there for the Mustangs. Diaz is able to smother it. Lonavela put Wekiva into a little bit of a bind there. And now a foul will award possession and a free kick to the Knights, which gives them a chance to put their pieces into place. This is Olivia Bell taking the free kick here. Knights have their best opportunity yet to put something on the board. Here comes Bell's kick, and it's high. Referee signals the all clear. The Mustangs not able to stay in control in the front field. Free kick awarded to the Mustangs. Alejandre dribbles all the way to the corner, tries to keep the ball in bounds, forces Ocoee to knock it out of bounds. That'll give her a throw-in opportunity. Patricio, good shot, it's in!
All right, Patricio has the hat trick for the Mustangs. 3 goals for her, 4 in total, and the Mustangs take a 4-0 lead over the Knights with 25 minutes, 37 seconds left in the ball game.
Beautiful shot by Patricio. She was there, she was open, and the rest, as they say, is history. Patricio having an MVP night, and that one, there's no way the Mustangs can get there without causing an offsides call, so they'll let it go to Lindsay. We'll pause here. We've got some concerns at midfield. One of the players holding her knee for the Knights. That's Yohan Ruiz. like she may have a cramp. All right, all good at midfield. The attention returns to the goal box. And the Knights put it back in play. Alejandre with a good look there, but not able to get enough mustard on that one. And Lindsay makes the save. Some big changes this year coming to the way that the postseason is managed. Up until this point, it was required that you play every team in your district either once or twice, and it was up to each district at their district meeting at the beginning of each season to decide whether they would play just a single game against each opponent or whether they would play a home and away series against each opponent. And then your district record alone would determine your seeding in the district tournament, which was your ticket to the postseason. All that changes this year with most of the major sports for the FHSAA. The football program, went to an RPI system. Most other major sports, including soccer, basketball, baseball, softball, etc., have now gone to a Max Preps ranking system as well, which is similar to RPI, but it uses Max Preps' proprietary formula. And so now it is no longer required for teams to play every team in their district. They are free to set up their own schedules, and then their seeding in the district tournament will be determined by that Max Preps formula, which relies on your own record in addition to strength of schedule. Empty net, and that is going to result in a goal for the Knights as Diaz collapses on the ground after having collided with one of the Knights. We're going to have to go to that one on replay to see who that was.
Kelsey Diaz shaken up on the play. The goal stands for the Knights, as the scoreboard has reflected. And that makes it a 4-1 game with 19 minutes, 48 seconds remaining. We'll also take this opportunity, since we've just passed the midpoint of the second half, to call our official timeout and our water break. We'll also take this opportunity to remind you, if you are depending on a ride to get home from tonight's game, and you have not already done so, to let them know that we are headed into the final 20 minutes and they need to be on their way to pick you up. We remind you that Orange County Public Schools policy is that the campus remains open no more than 30 minutes following the conclusion of any extracurricular activity. We appreciate your cooperation in clearing the campus in a timely manner at the conclusion of tonight's game. Thank you.
Watched the instant replay like 4 times now. I think it might have been 10, but Mustangs get a corner kick here. And it's in! Oh my!
The Mustang corner kick banks and goes in for Wekiva. Number 22, Mamas Martinez picks up the bank shot, and the Mustangs are up 5-1 with 18:03 to go in the game.
Good looking shot there for Cruz, but it's wide right. And you saw Martinez as she walked away from that amazing corner kick that even she was surprised. I think at best she'd hoped to set up one of her teammates to maybe headbutt it into the goal or bounce it off of their body, but no, none of that was necessary. The wind was blowing her way. She picked up some spin that would have made any MLB pitcher throwing a curveball proud, and physics somehow bent the arc of that ball right into the net, scoring directly off the corner kick. That's not something you see every day at any level of soccer. We've got another Knight down near midfield. Looks like they may be cramping up again. So not even one game into the season, and the Mustangs already have some good footage for the 2019-2020 highlight reel. Aurelie Patricio picking up the hat trick in her first game of the season. She's a junior, so the Mustangs still got another couple years with her. And then the miracle shot from Jacqueline Martinez. Speaking of Martinez, she just barely does manage to avoid having Lana Vela there kick the ball out of bounds. Instead, it's Martinez that will do so. And so the Knights get a chance to move their players into position here. Mustangs will have to control the ball carefully. The foul here is called against the Mustangs. A direct kick coming to the Knights. And they're going to go straight for the net, all the way from about probably 35, 40 yards out. And it goes directly into the arms of Diaz, who seems to have recovered nicely for as big of a hit as she took earlier in the game, just before the one goal against her was scored. "28 minutes gone, 12 to go." Cruz is going to take her time here. Clock is the Mustangs' friend at this point. They just managed to keep it in bounds. Good look there, going to, that's number 11, Kika Medina. It's going to stay with the Mustangs. Corner kick. And the Knights are able to run away with it. Straight into the arms of Diaz. The Mustangs are going to have to avoid an offsides call here. One-on-one, and the save is made by Lindsay. Good look by Cruz. Probably the best look all night that didn't score. And nice work by the Knights goalkeeper, Gabriella Lindsay, there. She gets a hug from her teammate. Mustangs will earn a corner kick, though, so the pressure is not off the Knights yet. This time they'll take a more conservative approach. Mustangs getting aggressive. Shot, score!
Jessica Alejandre with her second goal of the night. And the Mustangs extend their lead to 6-1 with 8 minutes 35 seconds remaining in the second half.
So far, the Mustangs don't have a lot to complain about in this opening outing of the 2019-2020 season. Strong showing against Ocoee to open the year. What I'd started to say earlier when we were interrupted by the shenanigans down on the north side of the field, the FHSAA has dramatically changed the way the postseason is started off this year, and so it is no longer necessary to play district games against each opponent. You can choose to play your district opponents if you wish, but you do not have to. You certainly don't have to play all of them. And as a result, the FHSAA has also stopped entertaining any kind of appeals that schools may have about not liking which classification they got put into based on enrollment or which district they got put into based on geography because, well, you don't have to travel to those schools if you don't want to. And so that's no longer a valid consideration for why you may want to appeal your assignment. The other thing that does for teams is it allows them to design their schedule more thoughtfully. Instead of having mandatory games against schools that may be entirely out of your league, whether they are particularly strong or particularly weak, a lot of those games that end up being blowouts, and everybody knows that they're going to be blowouts in one direction or another before you ever get started, that don't really help either team grow. They don't help the winning team. The winning team doesn't get any better by playing an opponent that doesn't challenge them. The losing team doesn't get any better by playing an opponent that's so far out of their skill level that they're not able to really even get any meaningful skills development out of it. Those games are no longer necessary. Those games you don't have to put on your schedule anymore. Instead, coaches can focus on a more thoughtful scheduling approach of scheduling teams that are at a comparable skill level or maybe a modestly higher skill level so that their teams are challenged but not frustrated. And so look for not just Wekiva, but all of the teams in Central Florida to rethink the way that they assemble their schedules this year, because now they can really design the schedules to prepare them for the postseason. And here we've got a goal coming in, courtesy of, that is
Itzy Carrillo, puts it in the net for the Mustangs. Assist there by Kima Pinthiev, and the Mustangs are up 7-1.
Nice takeaway there by the Knights, and a good shot goes straight into the arms of Diaz. Livia Guimares with the steal there, and a good shot. Diaz ready for it, though. She picks up a save, and the Mustangs continuing to hold on to a dominant 6-goal lead with 3 minutes left in the ballgame. Mustangs happy to let that one roll out of bounds, set up a play. They won't keep it, though. 2.5 to go. Taken away by Alejandre. Mustangs are called offsides. Knights will get the ball with under 2 minutes to play. Mustangs will let that one roll out of bounds, and again, they are in no hurry. Stop. Go. Another fast set of footwork by number 12. That's Livia Guimares. She's been excellent for the Knights tonight in spite of the score. She has had a couple of good looks and has had some of the best offensive opportunities of anybody on the Knights squad. Under 30 seconds to play now.
That takes us to the end of the ball game. The Mustangs hold on to a dominant opening performance for season 13. 7-1 is the final score. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for coming out tonight to support your Mustang and Knights athletes. Special thanks to those of you also who joined us online on our YouTube channel, Wekiva Sports, or on the NFHS network. We hope that you'll join us again tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we will not be live streaming the soccer game because we will be indoors broadcasting the basketball preseason classic, but you are still welcome to join us for either or both of those events. Again, the boys will get us started at 5:30 against University. The girls will follow against Lake Mary Prep at 7 o'clock, and then inside the arena, we will have at 6 o'clock and 7:30, we'll have the preseason classic. Wekiva is not involved in the 6 o'clock game, but they will play Timber Creek in the 7:30 game. So we hope you will join us for any or all of that. Again, the basketball will be live streamed on YouTube and the NFHS network. And of course, live action will be available at Baptiste Orthodontic Stadium for the soccer team. Once again, thanks for coming out tonight to support your Mustang and Knights athletes. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Wekiva Sports, and bookmark WekivaMustangs.com for all of your scores, schedules, and more. Please drive carefully and arrive home safely. Have a great night.